Live from the Soho Theatre, the Spontaneity Shop presents The Guilty Feminist with me, Deborah Frances-White, and my very special guests, Jess Robinson, Alison Spittle, Sikisa and Grace Petrie. I only say keep it going because I had a lot of stuff to carry. It looked like I was moving house and I was juggling things and thinking, it's not your fault this is taking too long for me to get here. You applauded the length of time you thought it would go on, but I could just see how awful it was to walk... to get off what is effectively a shelf and to step off a shelf to dead silence in a caftan. Admittedly, a fabulous caftan. That's right. That's right. I am in my caftan era now. It'll be a turban soon, like a sort of, like 1970s, like Margot Ledbetter. That's a joke for only very few people who remember The Good Life on BBC, a sitcom. It's not for young people, don't worry about it. You remember it, thank you. Thank you. You and I, that joke is just for you and me, okay? I'm going into my Margaret Ledbetter era. That's really funny if you look at me right now, isn't it? You don't say no. You're the only one it was for. Don't say no. God, if it's a no, then that joke was for precisely nobody. Just give us a cheer if you are more guilty than feminist. Just the comedians then, at the back. Give us a cheer if you're more feminist than guilty. Wow, see, normally on a Friday night, it's the other way around. It's normally the Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday night shows where the feminist people come, and then Friday night, people are here to let loose. Earnest feminists don't trust Friday night shows. They know what they're like. They're like, no, I've been before on a Friday, it's mostly jokes. They come for the true activists. They come for the people. They come for a bit of light entertainment at the beginning, some I'm a feminist butts, some lols, and then they want to hear something very serious and troubling, and then sometimes people say, do you ever get heckled at The Guilty Feminist? And I say, the only heckle we ever get is, how can we help? However, Soho Theatre is a whole other gear. When we come here, we once did a show here, and it was a really good show as well. The first half was really, really absurdly funny, because it was just me and Shappy Kosandi. We both have ADHD. And so neither of us know when to stop talking, or if we're still talking about the same thing at the end of the sentence as we are at the beginning. So it was really funny, but then it was about women who had left Iran, and it was wonderful. They were wonderful. They were really funny too, and we laughed and we cried, and some people complained because they said it was Soho Theatre basement, the context was clearly comedy, and I don't think they actually asked for their money back, but I felt like they did. So now when I come to Soho, I go, come on, let's do a Friday night lols show. And immediately I've come out and you've all gone, we're very earnest and we're looking for women from Iran to talk about something very serious. What have you done? But it's Friday night, it's 9:15. That's the other context you've got to understand. It's 9:15. So you, although you are earnest feminists, are Londoners and smashed. I understand the balance. I understand the balance. The world is, oh my God, because I've had to do scripted stuff and I've had to be away and I've had to do other stuff. I've been doing a lot of Guilty Feminist in a studio and I haven't done so many shows. It always used to be a show. And lately I haven't done so many shows. And since I've been inside, can I tell you what's happened to the world? I left you in charge of it. All the years I was out touring and doing shows, it wasn't great, but it was fine. And then I feel like I said, look, could you take over for a bit? And I went inside and I've come back out and guys, honestly, you've done a terrible job. It is scary. Do you not think? It's terrifying. So here's my theory. Sometimes you need a bit of joy. You need to top up your joy tank so that you can get back out there and do the work. Also, it's like 45 degrees in here. So what tonight is called, it's called Feminist Joy in a Sauna. Okay? Feminist lols in a sauna. So my first thing is, I usually at the top of the show we do some I'm a Feminist Butts, and we might do some throughout as well, because tonight is an Edinburgh Festival preview show. Give us a cheer if you've been to the Edinburgh Fringe. Give us a cheer if you've never been. Okay, so this is exciting for you because you're getting a microwave Edinburgh Fringe. Give us a cheer if you're getting to go this year. Oh. Okay, so what this is for you, it's a guide, because you go, oh, I really liked that. I'll definitely go to that show. Oh, I'll definitely go to that show. So you're seeing a bit of people's shows and you're hearing a bit about people's shows and you're like deciding what you want to come to. Hopefully you want to come to them all. The rest of you, you're not getting to go? You're not getting to go. I can't make you cheer for not going to the Fringe. So this is your Ed Fringe. If you come tomorrow night as well, it's basically you've had a weekend at the Fringe. Because we're here 2 nights with 8 different acts over 2 nights. Okay, so that's very exciting. So you're going to be seeing comedy, and then they're going to be joining me on my Graham Norton-style sofa, by which I mean 2 metal chairs on a shelf, okay? So that's what's going to happen. But I was thinking about I'm a Feminist Butts on the way. If you don't know, who hasn't been to this show before? Who doesn't know what they're at? Just give us a cheer if you don't know what you're at. Yep. Give us a cheer if you listen to the Guilty Feminist. Or don't know what you're at. Okay. Notice that those cheers are less empowered. See that? Less feminist, if you will. Yeah. But don't worry. By the time you leave here, you will be wooing with the rest of them, with the power. You'll be wooing, fuck you, patriarchy. It's not a cult, lock the doors. Now, she's American, you said. But you said that quite disdainfully. Isn't she your friend? She's my best friend, but she's American. That's how she said it. There's a reason she's here.
I made her.
Oh, you made her? Oh, you were scared for her?
Yes.
Do you live here now?
Yes, God.
God, no.
No, you don't live. You live in Belgium.
Okay, all right. I think we've walked into something here that's a... God, no, I don't live here. I live in Belgium. An infinitely superior country. There's some strange nationalism going on from these feminists in the front row making direct eye contact with me. Have you been friends for a long time?
Yes.
Yeah.
10 years. 10 years.
Are you lovers?
Not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. And thereby hangs the tale. There's some low-level bickering going on that speaks to sexual tension. And this heat is not helping. It's making everyone glisten. Do you get more sort of sexually, sparkly during the summer? Do you get a bit more of a firecracker in your step? Yes, you do. Yeah. You're going like, like, yes, I feel it, but I'm too hot to shag. That's very much what you... Okay, so this is my I'm a Feminist Butt. On the way here, I was like, I was looking... Sometimes I look at the news to see, how I respond to things, and then I have a I'm a Feminist Butt moment. If you don't know what I'm a Feminist Butt is, it's like feminist confessional. I'm a feminist butt. Here's my insecurity, here's my hypocrisy. And I thought, the world's so sad. No one gives a fuck about me losing a false eyelash while giving a feminist lecture. It's too sad for this. It's too sad. This isn't 2016 anymore, when these things were genuinely funny. And then I saw a story where I went, I will abandon all feminist principles to talk about this story on stage. I actually wanted to get here. All I wanted to do was gossip with the other comedians about this. Now, this is me. I don't really care about bad news stories or making anyone feel bad. You know me. I don't do that. I don't go on like, they were mean or they were bad or she looks terrible. It's just not my thing. However, I will make an exception for this, and all I want to do is let off some steam with the comedians backstage and go, what do you think about this story? Now, here's the thing. Sikisa isn't here yet. She's coming. But the other 3 were out there, and I went, oh my God, have you heard this story? Because I do need, just for my soul and my spirit, just to let out a valve about how awful everything is, I just want to have a really good gossip about the CEO and the human resources manager who were caught on a jumbotron at Coldplay. I'm a feminist butt, and I don't like Schadenfreude, and I don't like people's lives being made a spectacle, but when it's a CEO of a company that has AI in its description and his fucking human resources, what are they meant to be doing? They're meant to fire people who do what he and she are doing. She's meant to be firing herself after she's fired him. What are you doing? And brazen as day. So anyway, Jess Robinson and Grace Petrie, and this is the delicious part, had not heard of this story. So Alison and I said, why don't we tell you live on stage and get your live reaction on our Jumbotron here, the Jumbotron being mostly audio, let's be honest. Alison and I are going to explain it live on stage here. Now, if you have any enjoyable one-liners, observations, thoughts on this that you've been riffing with your friends, I will come to you to heckle, not us, but to heckle the CEO and the human resources manager. Okay, are we ready to see Jess Robinson and Grace Petrie told live this story? Then please welcome to the stage Alison Spittle, Jess Robinson and Grace Petrie. Okay. That's your mic.
Hey.
Okay, all right.
I feel like you were introducing that like one of us was going to do a backflip or something like that.
But
Like,
I feel that this audience is more
Yeah.
excited about this than they would be about any backflip. That
Yeah.
would, frankly, from you or me, be poor. So
Grace and
Alison-
Jess are going to receive information
Okay,
live
and we want
on
your
stage.
live response to this.
Yeah.
Alison,
Yeah.
if you don't know about this show yourself, if you don't know about the story yourself, don't Google it. You're about to find out. Alison,
Yeah.
tell me your take on this story. What happened?
His name is Andy Byron, the CEO of this company. What I love is like, I do feel like there is kind of like a news cycle and a different CEO gets sacrificed every time. You know, we've had Luigi, we've had the submarine, and now we're getting Coldplay. So Andy Byron, he's an astronomer of some sort. And when I first read this, his job title is astronomer. And
He's the CEO of astronomy.
Well, like when I saw this, I was like, oh, he should have seen this coming. But that's astrology.
That's astrology.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
What is the company?
Okay.
Start from the beginning.
AI. It's
I've got it. Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
CEO of Astronomer, a New York City-based data orchestration platform that empowers data teams to bring mission-critical analytics, AI, and software to life. And
life.
Guys, it's reliable because they've been doing that since 2023, according to
Beautiful.
LinkedIn. Since 2023. So he is.
Wholesome description.
So he is an astronomer. So
Yeah.
he's called his company Astronomer, but it has nothing to do with astronomy. It just tells cunts how to be cuntier by firing people and asking the robots how can they be cuntier and make more money. And the robots goes, well, they could be more cunty like this and then make even more money. And then he tells the other people. So this is why it's
And
very
people don't
hard.
even need help being cuntier in 2025. They've really got it.
No, and they haven't needed it since 2023. But that's
Yeah.
how long he's been offering this service.
This work party of cunts decided to go to a Coldplay concert.
It checks out.
Yeah, it does, yeah. So the Jumbotron camera was going across like different members of the crowd, and Andy was behind a woman, holding her by the waist, not his wife. Not his
someone
wife.
just say boobs?
Was
By
he
the
holding her
boobs?
by the boobs? Oh my gosh. What? Yeah. Holy moly. By the boobs.
Yeah.
To a Coldplay concert.
That is the most heterosexual thing I've ever...
I'm going to show you the before.
Oh
That's
no,
the
It's
look
the
at
underboob. Hey, we got an expert in. He's like, it's
We've
the
got an
underboob.
apologist in the
It's
house.
underboob.
Hold on, he wasn't dangling her by the boobs. He wasn't like holding her like this. He was just, you know, when you've got. if
I
was to
hate
hold-
being dangled by the boobs.
Can I just demonstrate on you, Jess, without
Yes,
touching?
please.
He was a human balcony
No,
bra.
please touch me. I want to know what it's like.
Now I don't know whether I'm not
Wait, who-
respecting your consent by not touching you because you've said please do it.
Am I harassing you now?
Do you know what we need?
It's hard to know.
We need the head of HR. That's what we need.
Can I say, technically, I've just seen she's not head of HR. She's the chief people officer.
What does that mean?
Head of HR. But
Okay.
imagine agreeing to be the chief people officer. I mean, do you think they've set up this company so they can have an affair? Because that doesn't sound like a real thing, does it?
No.
The company sounds non-real.
I feel like in a past life, and this life, I signed up to be the chief people pleaser, probably.
So Andy's wife has changed her name on Instagram and Facebook. So things aren't going well. Things aren't going well. It was kind of crazy. Did you notice how quick it was for people to find out who this man was?
Yeah.
And there is
That'll
nothing...
be the AI that he's peddling, won't it?
Yeah.
She should hoist by his own petard. But
Yeah.
Alison, can you describe what they did when the Jumbotron came on them?
Oh.
And Chris Martin said, look at those two. You know, it's like a kiss cam or something. Look at those two. What did they do? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll be him. You be her.
They jumped apart like two riding dogs that have just had water thrown on them. What? So-
3, 2, 1.
And then the work, there was a colleague. We always forget there's the colleague that's beside him.
She's amazing.
Colleague was like this.
She was loving it. She was killing us
loving
laughing.
it. Yeah, it was like-
She was killing herself laughing.
She was fully facilitating that. She was practically guiding him into her. Like that colleague knew full well what was going on there.
But she did think it was a bit funny they got caught.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, this is the reaction of the colleague.
I would have been like that.
Has anyone not seen the reaction of the colleague? Oh, if you haven't seen it, okay. Reaction of colleague. That's the...
Yeah,
oh, okay. Very
she
good,
does.
sir. Can you say that again?
It's because she's the deputy chief people officer and she can see an imminent promotion coming.
Very good, very good.
Imagine the exit interview, do you know?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Coldplay are the grand designs of music. They just create divorces, do you know? Strains on the marriages.
Yeah. They're sort of like the curse of Strictly.
The curse of Strictly, that's it, absolutely. It's
I
beautiful.
gotta say, I can't think of like a less horny band to have an affair to. Like, is there a bigger boner killer out there than Chris Martin? No shade, you know.
No.
Well,
Some shade, clearly. I mean,
he
you can't
did-
just say a horrible thing like that and go, no shade.
He did model the original conscious uncoupling, and I certainly think that's what the CEO and his wife are going to be doing right now.
Yeah.
If anybody has anything to say, we've got to move on with the show. The
Can I
producer's telling
just
me.
say,
Yes.
were they doing it to... I will try to fuck you.
Yeah, that's
keep it going.
beautiful.
Absolutely. I
just found out about this. That deserved more. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've read that joke a lot online, but I came up with it live in the room.
I've never heard that joke at all. I thought it was really great, and I tried to harmonise and failed. Okay, are we ready to get on the show? Woo! Then thank you so much to Grace Petrie and Alison Spittle, and welcome our very first act. It's the incredible Jess Robinson.
Thank you so much. So I'll tell you a bit about my Edinburgh show. I'm a feminist, but I have decided to make a show which is celebrating the legacy of a white male, because that's what we need more of. But he did write the lyrics to Tiny Dancer, so I feel he gets a pass. So my show is basically a love letter to Sir Elton John. It's called Your Song. It's not the first time I've written a love letter to a gay man. But I've already done a show about my practice husband, the Elton to my Renata. Not a joke, actually true. It was worth it for the show. I love Elton John's music. I feel like it's been there all my life, even when I haven't realised it. He's a bit like God, except I actually believe in Elton. Like when there was only one set of platform boot prints in the stand, it's because Elton's music was carrying me. And I only am half joking about that. Also, like God, Elton moves in mysterious ways. What I'm saying is there is no crocodile rock in my show. No, thank you. He was on a lot of drugs. But it's not just Elton's music that pings around my head like a pinball wizard. I also have, what is the collective noun for a bunch of female impressions? A show-off of divas, living in my head 24/7. Some of them are, they've been with me since childhood. Some of them are newbies I'm still getting to know. There's one particular tenant who I have actually been trying to evict for years, but she just won't leave. I'm talking about Sonia from EastEnders. And I'm telling you, Jess, I've got squatters' rights. But so this show is not only a celebration of Elton, but it's a celebration of all of those amazing female voices in my head, and Sonia. It's the cabaret equivalent of coming home after a long day at work and letting the dogs out into the garden to have a play and a run around. And what better place to play than the Garden of Elton? So I'm going to do my first song. Now, you might think because it's my show, I get to choose which of my impressions reimagines each of Elton's songs, but no. It became clear very early on that they're all in charge. It's an absolute bun fight up there. Everyone wants a crack of the whip. I'm just going to see who's coming first. Oh, it's the darling of Classic FM, Catherine Jenkins. Hit it.
It's a human sign when things go wrong, when the scent of her lingers nations throng into the boundary of each married man. Sweet deceit comes calling, and negativity lands.
Spit spot, Catherine, I'll take it from here. Cold, cold heart, hard done by you. Some things look better, children, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's two hearts living in two separate worlds. But it's no sacrifice, no sacrifice, no sacrifice at all. Thank you. It's good to see me, isn't it? Oh, Ariana, do you really have the chops for classical singing? Uh-huh. Mutual misunderstandification after the fact. Sensitivity builds a prisonarium in the final act. We lose direction.
No stone unturned,
No tears to damn you when jealousy burns. You're just jealous. Oh, feed the birds. What do I have to be jealous of? I played Maria. Well, I wasn't wicked.
I was in an episode of Doctor Who.
Yes, well, I don't think that's anything to boast about, Catherine. Let's take it from the beginning. 8th flat, please. Cold, cold heart, hard done by you. No, no, be as lush.
Some things look better, darling, just passing through.
And it's no sacrifice. D, just a simple word.
It's two hearts living
In 3 separate worlds. Shall we continue together, girls? Okay. Uh-huh. It's no sacrifice.
no sacrifice.
No sacrifice. It's no sacrifice.
No sacrifice at all.
And that's not the only live three-way you'll see in Soho tonight. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So my show is all Elton John songs reimagined by lots of different women. We've got Barbara Streisand singing I'm Still Standing. We've got Britney doing Bunny and the Jets. It's a delight. We've got Shakira singing
Lule seems to be the hardest word.
and I was going to do that today, but I forgot my panpipe, sorry. And obviously, the show is called Jess Robinson, Your Song. And so we're going to skip to the end now, when I've done my final speech and wrapped everything up. And I bring back some of my beautiful girls to sing with me, but I'm going to start in my own voice. Hit it. It's a little bit funny this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no. Or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. But before we sing your song, I think we're going to sneak in one more of my favourite songs. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. Oh, but losing everything is like the sun going down on me. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. 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 I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind that I put down in words. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. Thank you so much.
Jess Robinson! Jess Robinson, everybody! Well, thank you. That was absolutely magnificent,
Thank you
Jess.
so much.
Oh, sorry, I've just tripped on my caftan. That's the only thing. Going up,
Such a camp thing to
going
say.
up, going upstairs in a caftan is so difficult. I don't know if anyone's tried it lately, but I don't recommend it. Going downstairs, very elegant. You feel like you're a Victorian lady. Going upstairs, you're just like Mr. Bean tries to climb a stage.
I feel like that is the campest thing you've ever said.
Really?
I just tripped on my caftan.
Going upstairs.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
That's nowhere near close to the campus thing I've ever said.
Oh,
Jess.
shit, sorry.
That's a 3 out
I've
of 10
not
for
seen
me.
you for very long. Hold on, I'm going to
No,
just swap
don't you
mics. Is
remember
that
we
all right?
toured together for years and I wore a series of sequined capes?
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Oh, thanks, Grace. Thank you.
Kima Bob used to say she swore that I was doing those tours for cape money. Jess, that was absolutely magnificent.
Oh, thank you. I've
Absolutely
got a very
magnificent.
sweaty cleavage.
I cannot believe how brilliant. Every time I see you, I say it, and we've toured together for years, and I've always said it. Are you the most talented person in the United Kingdom? Nay, the world, you're so talented.
Thank
Like,
you
how
very
can you do
much.
so many voices? How do you do what you do? Like, how did that begin? How did you start? How did you find out that you could do that?
I just wasn't ever a very serious person, I think. I think I said earlier, I'm a bit of a people pleaser, and so to make friends and to not get bullied, I take the mickey out of teachers, and my mum taught the recorder at my school. That could have been death, but no. I turned it to my advantage and was, well, not mum's advantage, poor thing, but I was the first person to take the mickey out of her before anyone else could. So it sort of became my
She
defense.
taught the recorder, did you say?
Dreadful, yeah.
She taught you how to play the recorder?
Yes, which I am now using in my show, so I do owe her everything.
But yes, if your mum teaches recorder at school, and recorders are those sort of little squeaky...
It's just so uncool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the coolest.
No,
But
it's awful.
But in another way it is, because your mum was there teaching music when presumably there was money in Britain for children to learn music at schools.
That's true, actually,
And it was often the first thing. I know we take the piss out of recorders, they're squeaky little things, but it taught us rhythm, it taught us pitch,
100%.
it taught us to listen to how to play a melody.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever learnt musical notation was playing Three Blind Mice on the recorder or whatever. So bless your mum.
Bless her.
I know it's
We
not
love her
that
very
cool if you're
much.
7 to have your mum teach recorder, but it
Oh,
is
I
actually...
was 12.
Oh, was it?
I already had little boobs growing and stuff.
But is it a remarkable thing to be able to listen to a voice and then try and figure out? Because I hear you on lots of impressionist shows on Radio 4, and I see you on the TV doing it as well, where you do you do sketches
Yes.
in different people's voices. When you're coming to a voice,
Yeah.
what are you listening to? So if you're listening to my voice now, what are you listening for if you're trying to impersonate it?
So I'm listening to, first of all, the pitch of your voice. So I approach it from a musical perspective quite often, and I would say your voice is quite in a sort of a mid-range. It's not it's not down there, and it's also it's quite a tricky voice, yours, because it's not really nasal.
It's not really in the throat.
It's got a little bit of nose in it, but not too much, and also the Australian
Comes and goes.
Comes and goes.
Comes and goes.
Comes and goes.
Sometimes it comes out and you just go, oh, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And other times I sound like I went to Wickham Abbey or something, and it just it just does this, and I can't control it. But I'll tell you
Right.
something, Jess. I had to do I'm writing this animated feature film, and when I was in Australia, I was over there working. They wanted to film me doing some talking about it. And when I came back, I thought I'd done a really good job. They said, we just loved what you said, but we're just going to need you to record some of it again. And I said, why? And they said, well, just listen to it. And I was like, oh my God, I sounded
You were like the Queen.
No, the opposite. I sounded really, really Australian because I was over there. And I sound like this. They said, that's not how you sound. And we can't have the writer that people are going to meet. They're going to go, this isn't the writer. So I had to dub myself when I got back because I'd sounded so Australian. My husband says I sound more Australian when I get angry.
That's when
you know,
it comes out.
That's when it comes out.
Oh, shit.
So what else would you like us to know about your show? Anyone who's listening to this at home, what can they expect? Why should they come?
I'll tell you what you can expect. Because you touched on it earlier, and I was thinking, oh gosh, I'm going to go and sell my show on the Guilty Feminist, and I am the guiltiest feminist in the world. I feel like everybody's got an opinion and a stance on everything political that's happening, and I'm so sort of like, I don't know, I'm frightened to say my opinion in case it's wrong. But what I can do is joy provision. So that's me. I am a bubble of joy for you to come and escape to fill your battery so you can go out and fight the good fight. I'll charge you up.
I absolutely agree with that. You are, in fact, a bubble of joy. Jess Robinson, everybody!
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
If you have to run and get a train,
I've got to
don't
get a
you?
train, yeah.
Jess, we absolutely love you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, everybody. Bye.
Big Speeches is back. Hello, Guilty Feminists. It's Jessica Regan here. Delighted to tell you that our online communication workshop, Big Speeches, is back with a bang for the end of the summer. Okay, so if you would like to participate in our workshop, which has helped hundreds of Guilty Feminists already, please do book for one of the following dates. We're hosting the workshops at the end of August, the 30th and 31st, Saturday and Sunday, and those workshops are at 10:30 a.m. At the end of September, we're hosting workshops the 28th and the 27th, so Saturday and Sunday again, and those workshops are at 3 p.m. So hopefully there's a bit of flexibility with time zones and routines, etc. We want to help anyone who wants to participate in this workshop make it happen. We have a subsidised rate, and we have also lowered our prices for the standard rate. So please do get online, places are limited, and we really want to accommodate you. Looking forward to seeing you there.
round of applause going for the one and only Alison Spittle.
Hello, everybody. Beautiful to be here. Very, very happy to be here. So I'm coming up with a new show at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Originally, I wanted to call my show Fat Bitch. Unfortunately, the Edinburgh Council and out of hand advertising said to me, "What the fuck? Did you hear that?" Okay.
Are you all right, Jess?
Yeah? Is she all right?
Battle with a fan, apparently.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
A crazed fan
Hold
is
on.
coming.
Do you mean someone who's a big fan of yours has broken into the dressing room and you were trying to restrain them? Or do you mean electric fan? That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I was going to have to be like Kevin Costner and just... anyway, that's a very old film reference. But we were chatting, sorry about that. I apologise. I was going to call the show Fat Bitch, and unfortunately they won't let me call it that. So I have asked if I could call it Fat Cunt. They were still like, no, unfortunately. So now I'm calling it Big. That's what the name of the show is. It's a euphemism. And basically, I'll do a set from it. I've been getting into being fat lately. I've been fat since I was 8 years old, but like now I'm doing the reading. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm reading like Fat as a Feminist Issue, great book. Going to fat liberation meetings as well. You might be curious. You might be going, "Oh, Alison, what do you speak about at fat liberation meetings? What do you speak about? Like, what could you possibly talk about at fat liberation meetings?" We talk about Lizzo. We talk about Lizzo and how we're afraid of letting go of her. We've already lost Adele. We have. Like, I remember where I was. I remember, like, Adele was my fat canary in the coal mine. Like, I was like, she's doing well, I'm doing well. I remember where I was when I found out Adele lost weight. Like, genuinely, I remember opening up Instagram and going, "No, you were supposed to be fat for us all." It was like my September the 11th. Like, genuinely, never forget. Never. And, like, I'm also like, what else am I doing? I'm supporting now fat people in the arts. I'm trying to support more fat people in the arts. I've started watching darts lately, giving that a go. I'm very new to the sport, though. I don't know who the goodies are and who the baddies are, I don't know the lore. So I just support the fattest one. Always works. It's always perfect. I love Shrek as well. That's... another fat person in the arts I support. Like, I love him. I do. Like, do you ever walk around Primark and think to yourself, who the hell is buying all of this Shrek merchandise? Like, who could possibly need... Who is this for? It's for me, baby. I own 5 different flavoured Shrek lip oils, and I'll never own a house, and I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. Like, I'm that obsessed with him that, like, for my birthday this year, I ended up, I was at a bottomless brunch, right? And nature took its course, and I found myself in Shrek Adventureland, very day drunk, surrounded by children, angry at that the children were there. I was like, someone should call social services. I am very drunk, And I love, my friends say to me, like, they know how much I love him now. They say to me, "Alison, I know you love Shrek, but like I can tell you, I quite fancy Shrek as well. Shrek out of Shrek 2, when he's a man for 10 minutes at the start of that film, I quite fancy him then." And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? This is my culture. I would ride Shrek green. How dare you? How dare you? He's the perfect man. He's in touch with his feelings, and he also owns property. Like, what's not to love? Yeah, you could say I'm a heterosexual. You could say that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.
Hello, everybody!
Hey. Hi.
I am so excited about this show, Alison. As somebody who has had a complicated relationship with food and my body all my life.
Yes.
And I've worked really hard to try and get some of it sorted, but it's not all done.
I don't think it'll ever get sorted.
Oh, don't say
I
that.
think we have to accept it. No, I don't. Like, I don't know. This is my belief is like that. Like, society has fucked us up so much that I don't think there's any undoing it. And you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You should just like try and live your life and be happy as possible. And every day is a. But I do try. I get into these things where I get so at one with my body and the earth that I'm sort of got. It's like a balancing act, though. As soon as I think about the thing on my, and I only eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it, and I'm only eating if I'm hungry, and I'm just like floating through it. And then it's like balancing something on my head. If I think about it, it falls off, and then I just eat a chocolate cake. And it's so cool because like last year at the last Edinburgh, because there was a Guilty Feminist like Edinburgh special, and I was here, and I listened back to make sure that I wouldn't be repeating myself, because it's basically last year I was doing a work in progress of this show that I'm going to bring to the Fringe, and I think I spent the whole time crying. Like I was crying so hard, and I could hear it like just like if you were an audience member that came to my work in progress based on what you heard on the Guilty Feminist, incredible work, because I was openly crying, asking people to go to this comedy show. I would never go. Do you know what I mean? If someone was crying and go, please come, it's going to be really funny, I'd be like, yeah, mate, sounds it. You know?
Even if you're rocking and crying in the fetal position on the floor, but you said, would you like to come over? I'm thinking of watching Pretty Woman. I'd be there.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, I would, absolutely.
Like, yeah. So like that, I think I've got the show is... The show was basically about, like, last year I was in hospital, and I think I was, like, pretty raw from it when I was chatting to you before. Like, you've been very good to me, because you're my friend and shit. But, like... so thank you for that.
I'm sure I could have been better, but
mate, I got so many of you. Do you know what I mean? Friends like that. Okay. You were great. Like,
all right.
But what I'm saying is, like, that sounded so up my own hole, didn't it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, my God.
No. I just always feel bad when a friend says that. I think, all the times I haven't called you or something. Anyway, sorry, go on. This is about you. This is about you. It's not about me.
But like, I was in such a raw place of it. I'm kind of in a raw place of it, but I've got way more jokes now. So, you know.
I know it's going to be an incredible show. Your shows always really move me. They're always very, very vulnerable and very, very open, but really, really funny. And I mean, recently I don't know if anyone's been listening, but we're doing, because Sex and the City was such an iconic show and a lot of us grew up with it, and yes, problematic fave, sort of thing. We've been watching it just like that and doing a podcast about it. And honestly, at first we were like, it's family, but we can criticize it, but let's be positive. And now we're just every week going, oh my God, what is this? Because it's absurd. And Alison the other week came on and she just made me laugh so much because she went, I just think we need to admit that Aidan is an anti-vaxxer.
And he is.
And suggested that Lisa, who's sort of having this flirtation at work, needs to get into what did you say? She needs to be baby girl.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God. It was so funny. And somehow, Alison, you can just go on this line. You could say things I could never say because there's something so kind of irreverent about you, but also so deeply lovable. So I'm so excited about this show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Is there anything else that we should know about it before we come?
Yeah, like, this is the way I'm pitching it, right? This is a show that, like, 2 years ago, if someone described the show to me, I would never fucking go near. What is it about? It is about me making an effort to lose weight for the first time in my life, which I never wanted to do before due to a medical thing, but also, like, just coming to terms with that. And I was very closed off to listening about that type of stuff before. But, like, if it doesn't sound like your cup of tea, I think you should come along anyway and tell me about it, but I'll have your money.
But I also think what's interesting is you've had to lose weight for medical reasons and you are not shying away from that. You're telling us about it. You're telling us how you're doing it. And I kind of think we're ready for that now.
I'm on the jabs. That's the GLP-1s.
But I think
which is zeitgeisty at the moment.
As I said, she can say anything at all. Put your hands together for Alison Spittle! And keep that applause going for the one and only Grace Petrie! Oh, Sikisa's going first. Do not keep that applause going for Grace Petrie, because now I have to tell you that our next incredible comedian is Sikisa. Schedule change. Hello. Please take the mic.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? We enjoying our best lives? Are we living our best lives? Okay, some people are not living their best lives. Some people are like, I'm living my adequate life. Okay, fine. Yes, my name is Sikisa. I should let you know my pronouns. It's very important. It's she, her, that bitch. And I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I'm black. Okay. Let's get this out of the way right now. I'm trying to enjoy my best life in 2025. The world that we're living in is quite fucked up. Wouldn't you agree? Which I think is quite ironic considering how many women have got crystals, okay? Oh, so many women have got crystals, yeah. Some of you got crystals in your bum cheek right now, yeah? Just a rose quartz up there praying for love. I sense it, I feel it. The world we're living in is quite fucked up, and I appreciate that some things that we have to talk about in this world is quite difficult. Like, I do a lot of things in my life, like I do stand-up comedy full-time. I also am an international award-winning burlesque performer. You ain't paid enough to see it. I also am an immigration lawyer. And I think that's quite weird because people see me as a savior. I deal with a lot of asylum seekers and they see me as a savior, which I think is quite weird because I dress like this to work because I'm a boss-ass bitch. But also the other day, one of my clients called me Jesus. She called me Jesus. Who knew Jesus was a black woman? Who knew? And apparently she is sexy. But I can appreciate that immigration divides this country. As soon as I mention immigration, I feel people's ass clenching, yeah? I feel it, yeah? Because it divides this country. There's some people that are like, oh, immigrants come over here stealing all our jobs. And some people are like, can they come over here and steal my fucking job, yeah? Because I don't want to go to work, please, on Monday, okay? And people also say stupid things to me like, oh, if immigrants come over here, they need to learn how to speak English. I'm like, half of the British people can't even fucking speak English, yeah? I spoke to someone the other day from Liverpool and I was like, you need subtitles, okay? And people want to know my opinion about immigration. I'm like pro-immigration. That is my stance. I am pro-immigration. But if people ask me about illegal immigration in this country, and I appreciate that's a difficult situation because it involves criminals, but it's the criminals that we need to round up and get them out of our government. If someone's not clapping, look around, okay? No, it is difficult in this day and age. And like I said, there's a lot of fears going on in this world. Like, my mum's got a lot of fears for me at this moment in time because I'm the only child and I don't have any kids. So she's really worried that when she's gone, that I'm going to be left alone. So she said to me the other day, Sikisa, have you thought about freezing your eggs? And I was like, I have, but it's quite expensive. And she was like, no. Don't go to a professional. I've got a freezer in the kitchen. Where would you like me to put my eggs? Next to your frozen peas? I don't have any kids. I've got 6 godchildren and they're all gorgeous, but I know my role in life at this moment in time, and I don't think anyone else has this role. I'm the drunk aunt. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you are. I'm the one in the corner of kids' parties drinking tequila. That's me, yeah. The other day I was at a kids' party and someone was like, which one is yours? And I was like, the rosé in the fridge. The other day I went to a kids' party and I cried in the bouncy castle and asked the 5-year-old if they believe in soulmates. And the 5-year-old was like, I believe in dinosaurs. I was like, it's practically the same thing, extinct and disappointing, okay? I have looked into it because as a black woman, as I get older, it's more difficult for me to have kids. So I went to go and see a consultant about it. And did you know? No, you don't know? No? You don't know that dick is free, but sperm is expensive. Did you know dick is free, but sperm is expensive? It's going to cost me £15,000. Whose sperm is this? Is it Channing Tatum's? Whose sperm is this, yeah? Also, imagine I spend all that money and the kid doesn't even look like me. Imagine I spend £15,000 and the kid ends up looking like the Amazon delivery driver. Like, what the hell? I feel like sperm should be available in the middle aisle of Audi. Right? I should be able to get a cross on TV and sperm for 50 quid, right? I don't know how many men are in here, but how many men in here think their sperm is worth £15,000? Fuck off. Too much. Yeah, it's probably worth 10. Maybe £10. No, joking. I did this at a gig once and a man was like, yeah, me, and his wife was like, it's not. I think the main reason why it's difficult for me to have kids is because I do way too much stuff in my life, but I also am single. And I will say I am bi. Oh, come on, it's 2025. I'll say this again. I am bi. By myself? Oh. No, I'm bisexual, so no one in the room is safe. Okay. Well, not today. Look at the nails. I will fuck someone up these nails, won't I? How they are fate, so I can put them off. So you might get lucky. Hello, baby. How are you? Hey. I'm still fucking with men. I don't know why. Yeah, you're like, why? I love dick. It's true, I do love dick. Dick is my favorite thing in the world. I just don't like what's attached to it. I don't. But I realise I'm having a weird midlife crisis, and the reason why I say this, because I'm going to put this into context. I'm 38 years old. Until recently, I was having sex with a 24-year-old. Yeah, no, having a midlife crisis, isn't it, yeah? Because initially when it started, I said to my best friend, I'm going to go on a date with a 24-year-old. And she was like, you're going to go on a date with a 24-year-old? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, are you going to fuck him? And I was like, yeah. What else am I going to do with him? Have a conversation? No. Then he brought out a feather in the bedroom. A feather, a feather, a feather. It's 2025. I'm horny, not dusty. What the fuck? But then I ended it because he pissed me off. The reason being is because I said to him, we're meant to be friends. I want you to respect me as a human being. It's going to ask you one thing. Do not have sex with anyone else I know. And I think that's fair. Wouldn't you agree? Thank you. Came back from Mexico on holiday, found out he was having sex with someone from my job who's also a very close friend. Right? Very upset, very angry about it for about 4 minutes. Because then I remembered, he's Australian, here in the UK on a working visa. And I know friends in the Home Office, yeah. He's getting sent to Rwanda! Don't fuck with me. Thank you so much, yay.
Thanks, everyone. You would join me on the sofa, and we're going to have our Grace Petrie.
Hello. So I'm a protest singer. That's what I do. I write songs about politics. I've been doing it for 15 years. That's what my Edinburgh show is all about. It's about being a protest singer. It's been horrifically unsuccessful so far in terms of making the world a better place. But yeah, protest music, I guess, is sort of any sort of song with a political message. You would call a protest song, right? That's what it's all about. Sort of using music as a platform to kind of, sway an audience to a political way of thinking. So Billy Bragg is probably the most famous example in Britain at the moment, and so also people like Tracy Chapman, right? Or if anyone saw A Complete Unknown with Timothy Chalamet, yeah, that's the sort of thing I write protest songs about. Is that film? And I had a funny gig. In November of last year. I was in North America. I was in Canada, and in the middle of my show, in the interval of my show, the results of the US election were called. Yeah. What a fucking vibe killer, right? So I had to do the second set, and someone said to me at the end of the show, we need you now more than ever. We need you to give people hope, and that is what this song is about. 2025, what a time to be alive. The nuclear war seems imminent, the planet can't survive. The workers struggle evermore while the rich accumulate, while turning us against ourselves by spreading far-right hate. Compassion and protection are met with broad rejection, and every election seems a conclusion foregone. Society unwinds along bigoted fault lines. My mental health declines, and I confess I'm struggling to go on. And the only answer that gets are the words, I think I feel a song coming on. At least we'll have more protest songs, they tell me. From all this tragedy you can make sense. As if I'm salivating over my guitar at these most terrible events. We need protest songs now more than ever, with utterly no evidence they claim. Frankly, so far they've had no impact whatsoever, but let's try it all the same. So if the headlines are depressing, if society's regressing, if we face a battle simply to exist, when it's darker than December, there's one thing you must remember. Grace Petrie's gonna do well out of this. If you're losing sleep over Earth's devastation, that for sustaining life it won't be fit, console yourselves, GP, well, she's fucking making a killing off this shit. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's also new. 1 minute. And if you worry for our environmental future, I mean the bar's on the floor, thank you. If you worry for our environmental future, the climate change has surely gone too far. I'll be sipping from my bottle of kombucha, washing down my caviar. Cause as the rainforest is burning, my investment is returning. So though I sympathise with eco-activists, as the polar bears are sinking, you best believe I'm thinking Grace Petrie's gonna do well out of this. Well, I hope I know it by August. That's the real test, isn't it? Well, I can't tell you that it's escaped my notice. Misogyny's having a renaissance. We've got a bloody madman for a POTUS, Handmaid's Tale is what he wants. Indoctrinated influencer trad wives want the good white Christian men in charge. British people vote consistently for bad lives, so get ready for Farage. But before you start your whining, well, there's a silver lining. Cause even though I'm no misogynist, but if fascism's in fashion, well, it's time for me to cash in. Grace Petrie's gonna do well out of this. Oh, if the nuclear war is coming, I'll be there and I'll be strumming. Need a soundtrack for the shooting. Anyone got a rhyme for Putin? Humankind's annihilation makes for great content creation. Grace Petrie's gonna do well out of this. Heard we're heading for a recession, better book that studio session. One more album full of bitching just might build me a new kitchen. If your optimism fading, that's the currency I trade in. Grace Petrie's gonna do well out of this. Oh, I'm rubbing my hands together at this global extreme weather. Civil liberty suspension just might build me an extension. Yeah, Grace Petrie, oh, she's cleaning up completely. As we slide ever more into the abyss, oh, Grace Petrie's gonna do well out of this.
To see Grace, that was absolutely amazing. I mean, imagine the response that's going to get when you can remember the lyrics. Jesus. Sorry. I mean, frankly, this has been a whole Mr. Bean-like show with microphones, caftans. Oh,
well, I liked it when you started the show and you were talking about how bad things have gotten since you've not been doing live gigs. You said quite a few times, since I've been inside, and I thought, I didn't know she's been to prison at all.
No, I've just been indoors.
Yeah, you
God,
said
is that what
inside
it
a few
sounded like?
times. It's like,
Yeah.
They caught up with
I enjoy the Kafkan, by the way.
Oh, thank you very
me too.
much.
I think it's gorgeous.
Look, I am enjoying it. I was worried. A friend of mine wears them all the time, and she said, you've got to get into caftans. And I said, no, you are she's a sort of slight little wafty person. You know, she's a sylph. And I said, I'm just going to look like, people are just going to say I look like the number 94 bus. They're just going to go, that bus is really well dressed. Love that kaftan on the number 29. And anyway, she said, no, I'll tell you, it'll be flattering. And I've put it on and I haven't taken it off. I now only wear, it's summer, it's so hot. I wear a series of floaty caftans. And frankly, I don't give a fuck if I look like a bus. I'll look like a double-decker bus if I feel this cool. Anyway, the important thing is your shows. Sikisa, I really, really enjoyed your set. What's your show called?
My show's called Serving Justice.
Is it about being a lawyer, mostly?
It's about, I've tried to split the show, so it's about me talking about immigration, because I've never really talked about it properly from my perspective as an immigration lawyer, which I've done for 15 years now, but also trying to get people to understand that how people call me the hardest working comedian on the circuit because I still do all these other jobs, but they don't seem to realise, and they see what they see on social media and think my life is going very well, but they don't really understand the hardships that I have to go through and the things that I've sacrificed for me to be able to do my jobs, if you want to put it that way, and I've never really put myself first. So me not being in a relationship, me not having kids, and I'm at the stage of my life where I'm like, I don't feel like I've got anything. So it's trying to have people better understanding that I still fear certain things in my life. So that's why I tried to write this show. Do I know it? No.
I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, I hope people will have at least a better understanding, especially about immigrants go through. I can't speak for my experience as an immigrant because I'm not. My mum is an immigrant, so I talk about her, but I also talk about the perspective of what immigrants have to go through in order to get here, and sometimes the desperation things they do in order to remain here, regardless of whether they're being genuine or not. Because there is a darker side to immigration, which I do talk about, which is hopefully will be eye-opening, but also people understand the desperation that they go through. Because it is a difficult world that we live in, especially the things that the news puts out, which is in a negative light, especially for asylum seekers.
Yeah, I'm both intrigued and fascinated, and I just think, when I was much younger and doing comedy, no one was the shows weren't about this. They were just some jokes about bus stops and stuff. And now people are ripping their heart out on stage. It is a golden age of comedy, no fucking question. You don't know how lucky you have it. Honestly, when I first started just going around watching the circuit, it was honestly, no one was really telling the truth. I don't think, maybe I'm sure some people were, but it wasn't the standard thing, it wasn't. And now I just see so many bold comedians coming out, and this sounds like the most riveting show. And comedy's a way that we can take things in, where I maybe wouldn't watch a drama because I think it'd be too upsetting, but I'll definitely come and, watch your show. Grace, what's your show about?
My show is called This Is No Time to Panic, but spoiler alert.
How are the previews going?
It is. Let's not talk about the previews. Let's not talk about the previews. I had one in London last week. It went very badly. But what I will say is, if you ever want to give somebody very negative feedback, what I would say is don't do it as they're coming off stage. Somebody, hand went out and grabbed me.
No.
I couldn't even get through. I know, so I'm doing another one. I'm doing another one with Bill Murray. So far, the point of the show basically is all about how, people come to my shows and ask me to give them political hope, and I kind of feel like I'm out of hope, and what that means for my career and what that means for the world, and hopefully we go on a bit of a journey.
Can I give you a tip?
Please do.
Because also I talk about wrestling in my show, because I'm a big wrestling fan, and I tried wrestling training. One person. Just threaten to throw them through a table. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Just do that.
When you're my height, I don't think it's a very...
Oh, no, you can do it. You can do it.
It's not a compelling threat, I don't think, but,
So the show is about you being a protest singer, but then what happens if you're stalling on hope? But presumably it is a hopeful show, because I know you. There's a hopeful
You want
twist.
me to give the whole ending away? Yes. Well, it's also kind of about how I, as with many of my peers is the case, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and a cheer from backstage as well. I feel like we're at a point in history where it has never been more apparent that what we need is mass organisation.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing that is going to save us. And we've all got fucking ADHD, guys. And it's the one thing we can't do.
All the ones who've got the fighting spirit can't fucking send an email.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, you're so right. Grace, I cannot wait to see the show. What's it called?
This Is No Time to Panic.
And it's on at...
It's on at the Dram at 4:15 for 10 days in Edinburgh, but then it's on tour in the UK and it's coming to Leicester Square Theatre. I'd love you to come and see it.
Okay, great. That's probably not the time. She's probably got the time in the venue wrong. She's got ADHD. Look it up online. Sikisa, where's your show on?
My show is on at the Monkey Barrow at the Tron at 5:50 every single day, apart from my day off.
Thank you so much. You've been an absolutely incredible audience. Big round of applause for Jess Robinson, Alison Spittle, Sikisa, and Grace Petrie is going to play us out. We're back here tomorrow night at 9:15. Please come back and see us again or send a friend. And Grace, take it away. We love you.
Hey, that's the show. And it looks like we got through it. I knew that if we put our heads together, we could do it. I know that it was dark, and perhaps it made you nervous. And maybe there's some feelings that it brought up to the surface. We'll just put them out your mind and join another streaming service. There's bound to be one showing that new film by Richard Curtis. Relax, unplug, unwind and do self-care. No matter what, for God's sake, please don't look just over there, where 6 white men with carving knives are slicing up your inner lives. Dissociate with Love is Blind and tell yourself that everything is fine. Or occupy your mind. Someone else will if you let them. Occupy your mind, 'cause it's a nuclear weapon. And I know what you're thinking. The ship's already sinking, the roof's already caving. We're blatantly past saving, but billionaires are feeding on our need to close our eyes and leave reality behind. So occupy your mind. Take control of the agenda. Occupy your mind, or you might as well surrender. Culture war distractions divide us into factions, consuming rival content and fighting in the comments. I thought it made a difference, but meaningful resistance has got to be offline. So occupy your mind and start investing your attention. Occupy your mind. It's your only hope against them. And I know it seems endless, the rhetoric relentless, but you are not an island, you are a rising tide. And the last thing they're expecting is for us to start connecting how our struggles are aligned. So occupy your mind. Occupy your mind. So occupy your mind. Occupy your mind. The answer isn't scrolling, the answer isn't streaming. You don't need controlling, invest your time in dreaming. Stop longing for the old days, dismantle all the stairways. The rulers have contained us, the rat race that has chained us. The screens that have subdued you, 'cause all of this includes you. The greatest gift in nature, miraculous and sacred. Centuries of evolution, the point of being human. There's no point in pretending, the deadline's not impending for your power to be harnessed. And if I sound alarmist, I put you under pressure. Let's find some desperate measures. I don't think you're scared enough, 'cause we're nearly out of time. And everything you've ever loved and ever hoped for's on the line. Don't you think it might be time? Yeah, don't you think it's worth a try to let this occupy your mind? Thank you very much.
Grace Petrie, everybody. We've been the Guilty Feminist. I've been Deborah Frances-White. Give us a follow. Give us a 5-star review. Thank you and good night. You have been listening to The Guilty Feminist with me, Deborah Frances-White, and my very special guests, Jess Robinson, Alison Spittle, Sikisa and Grace Petrie. The recording engineer was Grundy Lazimbra. The Guilty Feminist theme tune was composed by Mark Hodge. The producer was Tom Selinsky for The Spontaneity Shop. Thanks to Gina DCO, Zainab Mohammed and everyone at Soho Theatre, as well as all of you for listening. For more information about this and other episodes, visit guiltyfeminist.com. Not all men. I'm sure lots of lovely men here. If you're a lovely man and you're here, give us a cheer. Yeah. That was too loud a cheer. And that's what we call centering ourselves in a feminist space, sir. Now, unless you're gay, that was unacceptable. Are you gay? No, I didn't think so. Now, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for listening. Jess Robinson's show Your Song is at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe at Assembly George Square Gardens from the 30th of July to the 24th of August. Alison Spittle's show Big is at Monkey Barrel 1 from the 29th of July to the 24th of August. Sikisa's show Serving Justice is at the Tron from the 29th of July to the 24th of August, and Grace Petrie's show This Is No Time to Panic is at the Gilded Balloon Patterhouse from the 4th to the 14th of August. All of their shows will be on tour and/or in London sometime in the future, so follow them all to find out when. We'll have another Edinburgh preview show next week with 4 new comedians, so see you then. In the meantime, please hit the subscribe button or the follow button. And wherever you get your podcast, please give us a 5-star review. Apparently it helps other people find a podcast and it helps us keep going. Thank you. The Guilty Feminist is provided exclusively from Acast. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.